copyright claim because of my.
Ah, you're good. You're good. You're good. What y'all been doing though? Y'all been good?
Yeah, I played some Days Gone over the weekend, and it's just to see what the big deal was. I'm downloading DayZ, and just get see what the differences are.
Oh, I see what's up.
Yeah, I tried to play Falcon BMS, but the stick that I have, I think is defective. The nose wheel steering doesn't turn.
The one
correctly.
that you just bought?
The nose wheel steering of the jet, so that the plane can act like a car when you're taxiing on the runway. The nose wheel steering, it's not working right, so it won't even pop on. So
did you upgrade
I'm gonna take it back. Yeah, everything's upgraded. It's AMD. It does it by itself. You just turn on your computer and they just start working. So it's remember it's the superior stuff. So, but no, it's that's about it. So I fired up Mass Effect 2. Played it for about an hour.
Oh man.
So.
What's going on, everybody? We here, episode 63, RGT. What's going on? How y'all doing? What's up, Black Frost? I'm sorry, Gaming Despair. Who else is in here? I see Robert. What's going on, brother? Triple J. What's going on? Hey, Don. How you doing? The Legend Maddie. What's up? You're gonna mellow back. What's up, fam? How you doing, brother? What's up, Mr. Pef? What's up, Jamar Bates? Who else? Xbox has no games. Yeah. What's up, brother? I see you. Fatal, what's up? I see Mega Dave. God, the list continues. Ryan Landers, what's going on? And Distilled You, what's going on? All right, so let's add a little diversity in today's show real quick. Shout out to Nancy. I don't think she'll be able to make it today, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and get into this one particular bit of news that just fell on our laps. And I see a lot of people pretty much running for the hills for this one. You know, they're out of being scared, but also being a little upset. Microsoft is officially supporting Steam to its fullest now. Games are leaving the Windows Store and they're going officially to the Steam store right now. And they're also announced that Gears of War 5 is officially on Steam. So you can buy all their games pretty much on Steam. They will be supporting it. Also, Game Pass is indeed coming to PC. So that's what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. What you guys think about that?
It's over. They officially went third party. I don't know why they said they were going to fix the Windows Store and then put stuff on Steam. I don't understand. That's a competing platform. So, but it's a launcher. I get it. They're both launchers, and but yeah, it's over. They are a third party. They're a brand. This is what they've been wanting to do since Phil Spencer and them was it Quantum Break on PC. And everybody and people got mad about that a couple years ago. So this is what they've been wanting to do, yeah, I didn't know people were running for the hills. As far as Game Pass on PC, that was announced, about 6 months ago. I'm glad as soon as they announce it and they say you can get it right now, I'm going to get it. So, because they already have whatever that thing is called, Games Anywhere. They've got like 10 games like that. So, but yeah, the Game Pass thing is good. And, but yeah, it makes them a third party platform. And that there's been people saying that the console war is over, things like that. It's over. Microsoft is third party now, and they did get pushed there by both Sony and Nintendo, and some bad choices that their management made, and their fan base not buying their games. When I saw that article about The Witcher 3, and less than 20% of it sold on Xbox, that was like, all right, that would shut the front door for me. But they're third party. They're third party now. That's all I got to say.
Quick shout out, and quick what's up to Nailbat. What's up, Sean? Wraith, what's going on? Who else in here? Everybody, what's going on? Quantum Apotheos, you said, how do I join Google Hangouts? If you have a Twitter,
that's how you do it. You don't join. That's how you do it.
If you have a Twitter, I can send you a link, bro. If you don't have a Twitter, I can send it to you like via Hangout in general. Let's go to Google.
Oh, is that your boy? Is that your boy?
Yeah, that's my friend right there. He's a good.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a random. I thought it was a random, just trying to get in to the club.
Nah, that's my boy right there. He's a good YouTuber.
Got the wrong shoes on.
I mean,
What's up, Aaron?
going back to this whole
Team
Game
player, what's
Pass,
going on?
this whole Game Pass fiasco, and I'm not one bit surprised. I'm not one bit disappointed. I'm not one bit anything. It's just more the relevancy of what it was for the Xbox division is now, at a standstill. It's more or less what they can provide to other companies. It's the same model that Microsoft has started since its inception in the early 80s. Software for services. Not surprised. That you're going to see a whole lot of damage controlling for this situation. Yes, we're going to see that until E3 2019. Because apparently you still have some people that are still in denial with the facts, but it's as clear as day. You're not going to see so many people emphasizing on whether they should buy an Anaconda. Why? Because what's the whole purpose and point of buying a hardware where you can utilize it on a more powerful platform, which is PC? And that's where the selling point for this service is going to be at. The most powerful platform is PC. The most sought out aftermarket is PC. So therefore, it actually made sense for them to transition into this whole route. And that's how it is, people.
Yeah, and they're officially embracing the billion gamers that they quote unquote want to reach. So they are officially going all out. And what better way to reach those gamers by giving them the best player that they can possibly play it on? I'm pretty sure they will sign a deal, guys, where they're gonna have these games on the Epic Store as well. Because I do know some people are jumping from Steam to Epic Store, so I would not rule that out in the future. So you probably will see that down the road. So they are definitely embracing PC heavily with this new announcement. And Phil was really behind it. Let me get the other panel. What you think, Foxy, before I go to the other one? Part of that.
Okay. It's a good thing. That's all I got to say on that.
Okay. Well, here's another good thing. We're going to get 14... did they say 14 exclusives at the E3 or something like that?
Yeah, but don't take that seriously. Come on.
I'm not taking super
seriously. They're going to be 14 bangers. They're going to be 14 games. They're not going to all be bangers, though. Out of that 14, you can whittle that down to about 6 really interesting AAA high-quality games. The rest will be stuff they'll put on the Switch as well, and,
So what would you, to put like an estimate, right? Like, like what you would expect. What exactly is it that you're expecting from it?
I'm expecting like 5 AAA games. 2 or 3 of them we'll probably already know about. And the rest are going to be like AA. Like, there's nothing wrong with AA games. It's just that clearly a AA game does not get the budget allocation as a AAA game.
Of course.
But that doesn't mean the quality can't be AAA. So you've seen what Ninja Theory can do with a AA budget with Hellblade, right?
Yeah,
just because a game has $10 million budget doesn't mean it can't look as good as a game that's got a budget 5 times that much.
True. Yeah, you gotta have skills. Yeah, great point. I just I guess, is that what people were saying? 14-0. How is that possible when every game that they're going to show will be playable somewhere else? Whether it be on an Xbox or a PC.
Craig, we don't even know what these 14 games are.
No, I agree with that.
5 is one of them. So we already know about that. So now we're down to 13 games, right? Yeah. If Fable's the other one, we already knew about that. So now we're down to just 12 surprises. Okay, we can roll them off. Guarantee there might be another Forza announcement, right? So we can because some of these games are going to be obvious, like Microsoft's games that they give you almost every other year.
Even Battletoads, and hopefully they'll have some news.
So that brings it down to 10.
Yes, sir.
If Battlefield is mentioned, right, at E3, that brings it down to 10 games that may surprise you, because we knew all about those other games.
That is true.
Yeah, and I'm not going to dog it out. I hope they have a great show. But at the end of the day, they're not showing nothing that's not playable somewhere else.
So,
unfortunately,
my question for you guys, I know he just said Battletoads. Is Battletoads enough for you guys? Do you think that's even enough to make a splash?
It is for me. It is for me.
It's going to be enough for Battletoad is.
I mean, for the fan base that supports the game, you know, I'm kind of like the old school 2D side scroller platformer kind of guy too. And I'm looking forward to it. It's just I'm not really hyped to play it on the Xbox. It's gonna be more or less I'm just gonna download it on my PC. End of the day, that's where my interest is gonna be at for next gen.
Yeah.
With Microsoft's, well, I don't even have to say Microsoft. God damn it, Xbox gaming division. Like that's where my interest is gonna be with them. If they're gonna provide these games to the PC, I might as well just enjoy them for what they're gonna provide me with.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's gonna. I mean, I want people to enjoy it, but again, it's a friend of mine made a good point, and he said it off the air. He said it's like these people are talking about going to a bar with a woman, and then she goes home with somebody else. I mean, this is that's the way he put it, but everybody should, I look, it's E3, get excited, get hyped if you want to call it that, but I mean, I don't disagree with people who said that. I know there's a lot of people that are upset. Like Ryan, you said they were running for the hills. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of people that are upset and disappointed that they finally did go third party, even though they have said this is where they were going to go. So, but Destiny has arrived.
So look, Sony's not there for one. You know what to expect from Nintendo, the whole treehouse thing, like people who can't speak English playing the game to you for like 30 minutes, ruining it for you, because when you get the game, that's a whole level you've seen now. That's why I don't watch Treehouse. Like, they show you too much. Like, I'm fed up of game trailers that focus on one level all the time, showing you playthroughs. Like, they did it with Uncharted 4. They showed too much of one level. So when I got to play that level, it's too familiar to me. It's like, oh, I've seen this already, like for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't really watch the Treehouse for that reason, right? But they're gonna have a good show. I'll tell you why. Even if the games don't astound you, if you're a hardware kind of person, they're gonna show you hardware. Like, there's gonna be some excitement
for something at this point.
There will be. Like, I'm not excited over Gears 5 because that's familiar territory. I want to know about stuff I don't know anything.
Right, you want to be shocked and amazed, right?
Well, no, I don't. They don't necessarily have to amaze me. It's hard to amaze a man like me, a seasoned gamer. After all these years, it's hard to amaze me. But they can give it a damn good try. I would hope so.
So you just want something that's just fresh, basically. That's the best way to put it.
Well, less of the obvious, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want something.
Yeah,
fresh.
no more white gloves.
You've already seen Halo Infinite, right? So for me, this is not a surprise E3 announcement. Like Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Battletoads, if they do it. Anything that I've heard about for the last year is not of interest to me because I already know it's coming. I want to know about stuff that is totally out of left field. Didn't see that coming. Well done, Microsoft. Bang. I don't want familiarity. I want unfamiliarity. I want that like I don't know Microsoft.
God damn it, Foxy.
I got you. Okay.
God damn it. Really good.
Let's Fatal's here. What's up, Fatal? How you doing?
Hello, guys. How you guys doing?
You're doing good.
Hey.
What's your thoughts on this whole them going to Steam officially?
I've always been telling people now for the longest time that it's just a smart idea for Microsoft to put their games on PC because they were originally a PC company, correct?
Yes.
And they've tried before in the past to do it. They just couldn't get there when they tried. And that was at the time when a lot of PC gamers didn't want consoleized experience, quote unquote, kind of thing. So this time around, they've managed to find a way to do it. And I mean, I know people are upset about it. You know what I mean? Because it devalues the actual box that they love so dear in heart and close to their soul. But there's a barricade that draws a line there where people do not take into consideration, and that is the fact that not everyone cares for buying a PC. You're always going to have that dedicated hardcore crowd that's going to want that console experience, man. So that's that. But as far as them releasing their games on Steam, I mean, shit, more people that don't want to have or don't even use Windows 10 for that matter can now have access to these games and stuff like that.
Yo, Bear, what's up, man? Let me say this.
How you doing?
Bear. I'm doing good, Bear. But I tell you what, I'm gonna make sure I don't really drink alcohol. I haven't. No, honestly, I don't really. I'm not a drinker anymore. I used to drink quite a lot, but I've calmed down a lot. But for Microsoft's E3 event, I'm going to make sure I'm drinking some liquor. So that way, if it is bad, I can pretend I had a good time.
No, God.
Hey, honestly, Foxy, I can't say I don't blame you on that, dude. I can't say.
Trust me. After next day, people are going to be complaining. I'm going to be like, whoa, where does hangover come from? Damn, I don't remember.
I mean, guys, it's just all honesty. We're not trying to belittle the situation with E3. It's just our perspectives, our opinions, and quite frankly, like even the moves that Microsoft, again, Xbox gaming division has been making for the past couple of years is very apparent to where they're heading. We've been saying this for I don't know how long. How long have we been saying this, Ryan? Like I don't know.
Since I've been on YouTube, really. I mean, since before we first, to be honest with you, I'm gonna have to go way back. It's been a statement since the Truth podcast. Before we got to RGT, it's been a while.
Yeah, like and
I have to go back.
And quite frankly, like it feels so I don't know. Like wow, we was on point with the situation. Yes. There was many private chats that we had in regards to, the future of gaming within the Xbox division. And, hey, apparently that is what it's going to be right now.
Shout out to our brother Quantum Apotheosis, a.k.a. Quantum TV. He says, by far the realest gaming channel. Hey, I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll do
well, yeah, and I just that's why we made it. Well, I kind of chuckled when Ryan said that people are running for the hills, and so I was just kind of like, well, they've been moving towards this for
look up two particular live streams, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But people
well, I can imagine. Well, I mean, they're moist. I mean, everything was said what they were wanting to do, and it's like, look. I always talk about why people do things, and the reason why Microsoft did this was because they didn't sell enough units. I mean, if they had sold 80 to 90 million units, do you really think they would be doing day and day to PC? They wouldn't be.
I believe they still would have been.
Without me having to say a name. I love that.
Well, yeah, but it's to me, it's hilarious. Now, would they have put games on PC? Of course. Day and date though, hell no. So I mean, it just because they wouldn't have had to. It could have been something that they had done next generation, where they could have done most of them. But
right, it makes sense next gen with them embracing cloud tech and going the other.
Which is fine. They're a cloud-based company, but like I told the ice cream truck story before. If I got an ice cream truck and I sell an app that tells everybody where my ice cream truck is going to be, you need to come to my truck to get my ice cream. If Carlos says, I want you to put your ice cream in my store. I got 6 stores. It would do 70-30. You'll have 0 overhead. As soon as my ice cream hits his store, yes, more people have access to it. But now my app in my truck is obsolete. It's done. I mean, there will still be people come up to my truck and ultimately, but at the end of the day, I'm going to start losing money on the truck. I'll just have to go directly to him. So
I think I know what you're saying, Craig. Like, what's the point of the Windows Store now?
Well, if you're gonna put your game, well, here's the thing. I love it when people say, well, it's like Netflix and stuff like that. But all right, look, I have Netflix. There are programs on Netflix made by Netflix. You're not gonna ever see them on Amazon. You will never see them on Hulu. You have to have Netflix in order to watch a House of Cards or something like that. I can't get my Netflix to watch Game of Thrones. I have to have HBO. So it really waters down. It's like going to that cheap dive bar and you wonder why you got 15 drinks in you, you're still not drunk because they watered your shit down. So it's watered down their brand. And look, I hope it works out for them. There is Fatal's right. There will always be people dedicated to the console, but it's less important now for Microsoft.
It is less important, and even Phil has even been adamant about that because even in several interviews,
they should scrap Windows Store. It's not required now. It's like they're not even doing it in the same way that Epic is, like buying up exclusive stuff. It's just a store thing. If you're gonna put your games anywhere now, like for the PC, you might just forget Windows Store. Like, why would anybody really use Windows Store now if it's all on Steam?
Well, the reason why I would is I'm going to assume, I want everybody to really listen to this. If they announce Game Pass to PC, they announce that, I guarantee you that they will say you need Game Pass will only be available on the Windows Store. That way they keep something of, away from Steam. They say, look, if you want the discount, if you want the whatever it's going to be, they're going to have a run of special at E3, whether it be 6 months for $20, whatever. We all know they're going to run a special. So that's the way that they're going to say.
Saying Windows Store's only good now for selling you Game Pass subscriptions?
Yeah, and that's if they keep it separate. Why
don't you just get rid of the store and make it a one-click Game Pass app?
I think that's what they're trying to work.
And they may do that. They
might work themselves to that.
It's silly going into the Windows Store just to download the Game Pass app to sign up to it when you could just download the Game Pass app through the Windows Store.
Well, no, you're right, but if one way you can make one way you can make the Windows Store valuable and make it so is to put Game Pass on that only, and so you can't use this on Steam. You can still use Steam. But you're not. But you won't get our Game Pass.
Look, can we blame Microsoft? Look, they tried to take on Sony.
No, I don't blame them.
It didn't work. They tried to take on Nintendo.
Mute for a second, all right?
It didn't work. They've tried to compete with so many companies. They tried to compete with Apple, with Zoom. That didn't work. Their Surface Pros, all right, they do well, but they're not super competitive with that. It's quite expensive, a Surface Pro, for a good one. You can get cheaper alternatives, right? So they tried to compete with the games. It didn't work, so they went to the PC. But then that didn't work because PC gamers didn't want to have to use the Windows Store. Now they've relented and allowed their games to go to other vendors. Like Microsoft are just doing whatever it takes to stay viable in the game business. So
you're saying they bent the knee? Are you saying that they bent the knee to put games on Steam?
Greg.
Well, I'm saying that I'm saying they're finally coming to their senses. You're never gonna compete with these guys. So rather than what's that saying? If you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
Well, if you can't beat them, you got to beat them again. That's what I'm saying.
Microsoft are doing the right thing. They're transitioning themselves away from main competitor status to collaborator. And everybody knows when you've got a collaborator, you've essentially got a partner for that project. Everybody in the music industry knows with a collaborator, it's a partner for that project. You may go your separate ways after, or you may work with each other again. But this is what that memorandum thing that Sony's got with Microsoft. It's about exploring a potential partnership. Doesn't mean they're working on something this minute. It means that the door is open and the big wigs, the men at the top, that's that Yoshida guy, that's that Satya Nadella guy, right? Them two, they're what counts in this whole thing. Not the smaller, lower executives, not the Twitter followers, not the social media-ites. It's about those two bigwigs, those top brass man. If they can sit down and shake hands, I don't know why the whole entire game community can't just get over this stupid console plastic nonsense war. The two men at the top, the two men at the top who's got the most to lose from this competition can shake hands and come to agreement. But you guys, you got no stake in this other than spending your money on games, right? Are arguing and fighting. Look at that stupid nonsense stupidity. Look at that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. Like, for me, it's more or less, I want to enjoy gaming as a whole. I don't want to enjoy gaming. Sure, I want to banter. I want to, make funny jokes, puns at people. But as far as like my gaming experience, I go where the games are at. And if Sony decides one day to go the same route as Microsoft, I'm not going to hold myself and say, oh, F Sony, I'm not going to support them. This is just bullshit. No, because at the end of the day, you want to play the games. You want entertainment. And quite frankly, the Xbox fan base did not provide that enough for the Xbox gaming division to even go any further than where they're at right now. They did not support the games or the titles or anything else. So it really falls on the fan base themselves to actually say, you know what, we were wrong for arguing. We were wrong for not paying attention to the signs.
That's never going to happen. That's like Republicans and Democrats sitting down having a sensible conversation and getting
and that shit ain't never going to happen
for your country. Never going to happen. Basically, all we need is sensible people to ignore stupid people. Don't feed into them. Don't feed the troll under the bridge. I mean, it's one thing. You say you like to have a bit of fun. Like, I'm not against that. I'm not against a bit of banter. I mean, banter's cool, but some people are taking this shit personal and it's spilling over into, oh yeah, well come see me then. Oh, I'm at this address. I'm in this end. You know where I'm at. Like over video games, you're gonna lose your life, you moron. You're gonna get you don't get to level up, in the real world. People are gonna kill you. There's no extra life. You don't get to complete the level in record time. No, this is a real shit. People arguing over video games. No wonder they've got a distinction now. They're calling it an addiction. No wonder, because people are allowing the government to make extra money now with more medication. Because people are acting crazy.
Well, no, I feel bad. There was a group of people, they're unhappy with the direction Xbox is going. So, and it's obvious based on them saying that, well, Sony's going to do the same thing. It's like being in a third grade class. Well, Donnie did it, or he did the same thing I did. How come I'm in the office? So
eventually, it's going to lead down to that path. I mean, we cannot predict the future. Per se, we can only go by what's happening right now. What are the trending topics? What are the things that these companies are going for? What kind of fan base are they searching for?
Sorry,
and that's
had help a friend out here.
Well, you're fine. We kept it going, brother. We're ready to move.
I know to move on. Y'all good at that. Anyway, shout out to one of our special guests today, Mr. Quantum Apotheosis. What's going on,
man?
Hey,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
That's what's up. What's going on, guys? What's happening?
Not much.
And if you're ready to move on to the power of the GPU,
absolutely.
We can finally talk about the T flops is going to have, or does it not matter anymore? Because I got my IT degree to specifically talk about the
shout out to the almost 170 people watching. Hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoying the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, one thing that's been funny about the PS5 and this whole power talk, me and Fox especially dealt with this. Some people who claim to have industry analysts or insiders or whatnot.
Yes.
One individual came out and lied just recently, and now he's saying, "Oh, his analysts got tricked him," and whatnot. Instead of just admitting that he's a liar, my man said, "Oh, he got tricked by his industry insider, quote unquote."
It's like the Loch Ness monster tricked the.
You got to say it correctly. You got to say it correctly, Ryan. He was tricked by his verifiable.
That was the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, you mean he read a Reddit?
Verified. He used quotation. He said, "Well, he's a verified."
No.
Reddit.
He said, no, let's get it right, because if we're going to criticize the man, let's at least do it correctly. Dreamcast guy said, he claimed to know this person as a Sony employee, and he verified that they were a Sony employee. He didn't mention anything about Reddit.
Yep.
I mean, I can honestly say that is a Reddit thread, because in Reddit you have a lot of loony bin type of individuals that say they work on at Setso company, that they do this, they do that. A lot of people can gaffle and say so many things and not be apparently what they are. And so many things can be misconstrued and said. And hey, quite frankly, Dreamcast guy, I'm sorry, but It is what it is. You got caught with your pants down, and now you're just gonna have to pay for the consequences.
You know what upset me the most, Carlos? I watched because he's taken his video down, and I was feeling a bit low earlier today, and I felt like what could make me laugh. Griffin Gaming. He still got it up because he obviously took a lot of Dreamcast video and criticized him. So I watched Griffin Gaming's video on that Dreamcast guy PS4 beta tester malarkey. And what upset me the most was to hear Griffin Gamer. And I don't blame him for saying this, but it's really bad. It's a terrible indictment on the rest of us. He said, this is why I can't take these game news channels seriously. Now, because of people like Dreamcast guy, it's giving everyone a bad name.
Yep. Absolutely.
You understand? Because he specifically said twice in the video, Griffin Gaming's video, he said twice, this is why I can't take these news channels seriously. And I looked at myself when he said that. I looked at myself, not literally. I didn't get up and look in the mirror, but I know what I look like. But I looked within myself, right? And I thought, damn, he's talking about because this idiot couldn't even scam properly. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to sell a yellow lottery ticket.
I don't mean to cut you off, man, but like that's something that we've been dealing with a lot, like lately in general, just with all the media outlets. They do that a lot where they just scam people, and when they get caught, they don't even come out and say, "Hey, by the way, I'm gonna own this. This is my bad." You know what I mean?
If it makes us look bad, because I do a lot of PS5. I've been doing PS5 news for it'll be 2 years soon. It's that long, literally. And at the end of the day, when you hear people coming out late in the game, these Johnny come latelys who claim to suddenly claim to have an inside source, right? When there are people who legitimately do have inside sources, or legitimately do know somebody close to the project, and then this person comes out
and just throws that nice little quote.
He's damn now. No one's really got a source because of this guy.
The dude said the GPU was a 1650. Immediately, the light bulb.
He said it was NVIDIA. He said it weren't even.
Like, first of all, NVIDIA ain't powering no damn console. And if NVIDIA was a console,
he tried to claim he's confirming it's SSD when Mark Cerny already told us SSD 3 weeks ago.
This is Zen 2 processor.
Yeah, I mean, they already came out and talked about what was the main focus behind this, and they're talking about the whole Navi thing now.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, according to Dreamcast's source, it wasn't Navi. It was legit CPU and GPU. I'm like, bro, stop.
He tried to say it's not going to have Navi because his source didn't mention it, right? When Mark Cerny's already officially said Navi.
Exactly.
And so did Lisa.
A liar.
Lisa Sue said it was going to have Navi. I mean, she's in charge.
Well, come on now.
Exactly.
With your late in the day video, are you seriously calling Mark Cerny a liar? The guy who is the architect of PlayStation 4 Pro and now 5. So he's a liar, and we should listen to your source, who you can verify. You said, and when he made the apology video, he said, I've been duped. But I thought you said it was verifiable, though. How could you get
exactly
verifiable? That's the big word right there, Foxy.
Let's go ahead and let's get into the real news over this PS5 joint. I'm just going
to talk about the T-flops, man. I'm ready for the T-flops.
This man was out of his mind. I can't believe I read.
And he sits too close to the camera. Have I ever said that before?
I think I've only ever seen one of his videos, Foxy, and yeah, he's a little too close.
But that YouTube money must be doing
right.
Listen, he must be making money on those ad revenue because his teeth have been whitened because they used to be yellow. Now they're white.
Bro, you want to know what it is? I'll tell you what it is because
literally his teeth has gone from deep yellow, like banana yellow, to white. He's had them done, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't say you're broke in your video that you can't afford shit when you got hundreds of games behind you, the latest mini consoles behind you, and your teeth have been whitened.
But Foxy, you know what it is? It's basically him shilling out right now, bro. He's gonna say anything to get the money, and he's gonna pretend like he's broke, while independent guys like you, like Ryan, keep doing what you guys do, or BitCloud rather, keep doing what you guys do, and it's just like, really, like. It's a problem, right? And I like when I come on channels like this and I see you guys like just keeping it real, like saying, hey, listen, like we're over here giving news and these people are talking about verifiable sources that they pull out of their asses, basically. You know what I mean? It's just, how do you fix your lips to say something like that? You know what I mean?
reconcile with that. That's the thing. That you should be in deep shame. I'm like Game of Thrones type shame.
Yeah, we're on another level.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
I
Let me go ahead
mean,
and get into this, shall we?
Hey,
Ladies and
Ryan.
gentlemen, PS5. Let's go ahead and get into it. So AMD's keynotes was pretty impressive. The PS5's Navi architecture will be powered by their new tech that they're titling RDNA. This new infrastructure that they're going for is indeed 1.5 times more powerful in terms of per wattage for the actual architecture. Also, is 1.25 performance high in terms of per clock improvement over previous architecture. It has a new compute unit design, improved efficiency, and increased IPC, multi-level cache hierarchy, reduced latency, higher bandwidth, lower power. It has a streamlined graphics pipeline optimized for performance per clock and high clock speeds. This new particular architecture, Navi, now Sony is going to be powered by this, so they did say they will be getting these improvements. But however, the Navi chip that they're making for the PS5 will be a little different than what they showed on the stage or what they talked about on stage. So it's going to be in that same thing, but they're making a custom one for PS5.
A little different. It's gonna be a lot different.
It's going to be a lot different from what they're doing.
Well, what you're reading here, how many T-flops does it have?
Do you remember I said it was chiplet design? Do you remember?
It was chiplet. It was chiplet. Yeah, it was more.
Right, well, you know, I saw on that Computech stage, I saw chiplet in the background. I saw new chiplet designs. I saw it. So, you know, I'm not like trying to take credit here because I got that from a PC channel. Like, I'm not gonna lie. No insider told me that. I watch PC channels sometimes, and I thought, I wonder if they'll use that in, you know, consoles. And I heard about this 7 nanometer and 14 nanometer process being on the same die, like to keep costs down. So, and that has to be a chiplet design. That's the only way you can get two nodes that are 7 and 14 nanometer, right, on the same die. It has to be a chiplet design. And this is how Intel are managing to deal with the whole yield issue. You know, the yields, like with Intel, if one part of the chip goes wrong, that's the whole chip gone.
Right.
Throw in the bin, trash it. AMD have designed it so it's kind of backwards. It's like they've done it like if one part goes wrong, it's fine because it's multi-layered chiplet design. So they'll just turn that one off, and the other yields that go through, that means the chip can still be used and they save money. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm a PC guy. I'm not. I don't know much about the PC technology, but I do have common sense. And once you watch something like Digital Foundry, and if you can read and comprehend English, you can put stuff together and connect.
Remember, Digital Foundry's paid though. Remember, they're bought by everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a computer science. You don't have to have a PhD in computer science. Like, you can read people's work. That's like literally in articles. I'm talking about reputable people. Yeah. You can try and make sense of it yourself. I mean, that's why we've all got a brain after all, to make sense of things.
Of course.
I think it gets hard though, because you have a lot of people that'll go right behind, like, again, independent channels like what we're on like right now, and they'll come out and they'll say, oh, well, I found this new leak somewhere or this new rumor somewhere, and then start throwing the monkey wrench in all the legitimate information. And then people that are legit bought and shilled out by a lot of companies are coming out with fake data and fake information, damage control, bot accounts to attack stuff like this, you know, and I just don't get it. It's like, you know, when did gaming get so bad to the point where people now need to damage control like tech specs? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I mean, how many T-flops are we going to have? I don't know how many T-flops are we going to have?
I mean, drama sells, and you know, lies draw ears. So that's how it starts. You get the clickbait title. People get interested into looking into your channel, and then once you get called out for the bullshit that you're talking about, it wasn't my intention. I didn't say this. I didn't say that.
It wasn't me.
I didn't mean to upset you. I just wanted to.
But at the end of the day, the truth always comes out one way or the other. You're always going to get caught red-handed.
Can I just ask? I don't want to be like the old fogey in the room. I'm probably, you know, one of the oldest here. Probably not the oldest, but one of them. But why do we pay so much credence to what non-relevant people have to say on social media? People who are literally getting often third, fourth, often fifth-hand information and filtering it through their little mashed up brain and coming up with nonsense. Why do people even challenge these idiots?
We pretty much
that's easy.
Just mentioned it. Look at Dreamcast. He just pretty much
but he's different. He has a channel. He's established. He's been around years. I'm talking about randoms.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
They get the information from guys like Dreamcast, right? And then they go and spread that information.
And we ignore the little foot soldiers and go straight to the sergeant, and they will take him to task.
But Fox, you want to know what it is, though? It's like this. Like, I deal with this like every day, even on my channel, with like the little foot soldiers that run in. And what it is they get inspired by their little generals pushing the fake media and the fake news out there. And so what they're going to do is continue to propagate that. They're going to, no matter what we do, no matter what anyone says, there's going to be an army of little like clapping monkeys is what I call them. Useful idiots, as Ryan calls them. You know what I mean? These people that they that's what they do. They thrive on the exhilaration.
What's your name, sir?
Quantum.
What's your name?
It's Quantum. His name's Quantum.
You don't want to. All right, I get you live. You don't want to see. All right, Quantum. I've never met you before, right? But here's a question for you: what happens to you if I shut your oxygen off?
Huh?
So here's a question for you: what would happen to you if I were to shut your oxygen off, like remove your ability to breathe air? What would happen to you?
Obviously, you die.
Right. So take the air away from these monkeys, so-called monkeys that you call them.
It's not that simple, though. You know what I mean?
Just ignore them, bro. It's like do you pay attention to every person with their hand out on the street? No, the same way people uncomfortably ignore those people because they don't want to get them changed.
Uncomfortably,
you ignore people in the comments.
Well, again, I mean, how many T-flops is this thing gonna have?
Oh God, Craig!
Goddamn, Craig!
12.1 T-flops, 12.1, 12.
It's gonna have more. It's gonna have more than the X. It's more than 6. There you go.
Well, I mean, I've been told it's gonna be more powerful. The dev kit is more powerful than the Xbox Anaconda. Now, I don't know if that's gonna be the real kit, but something called the dev kit, and I'm just using my IT degree. That's the development kit, DEV, short for development. Therefore, it is more powerful than the Anaconda. Doesn't mean that the final product will be, but right now it's trending that way.
I'm hearing two different. I'm you know what? I'm getting a lot of mixed messages at the moment. Like I'm getting hints that it might not even be as powerful as Stadia, but then I'm being told it's 11 T-flops or more. It might even be 12 T-flops. Like, honestly, I feel like it's changed. I feel like there is no agreed upon T-flop yet. I think Sony are in a ballpark figure, but I think they're tweaking where they could get more or less.
Yeah.
I don't think it's final. I don't think Sony has said, right, we're going to do a 12.9 T-flop console at this state, today's state. I don't think they have that down yet. I think they know whereabouts it's going to be, but it could go over. Like if it's 11.9 now, it could even end up being 12.5.
But you want to know the funny thing about this whole thing, bro? None of that even matters. Like not the T-flops, not the power. It's the games. People only care about games. That's why PS4 Pro beat Xbox One X.
Well, gamers.
Fair enough.
You mean gamers only care about games, not people? Because there's a lot of people who only care about the T-flops.
That's not actually true. Check this out. If we look at what happened with the Xbox One X, right? The world's most powerful gaming console. They ran with that. They tried to sell it, tried to make it the best thing. I mean, you guys remember, the We Heard You console, right? Well, check this out. How is that faring out now when people are talking about Death Stranding?
Well, it's a side boob. It's like you go out with a woman with a water bra, and it's more there. It's just that's you thought there was more there, and then you're mad. You still do what you got to do. You go out, and people bought one. Hell, I had one. I had several people on this panel probably had one.
I have one. Yeah, it doesn't even mean anything.
It's a water bra.
I see people boasting that it doesn't matter if we don't have Death Stranding. It don't matter if we don't have God of War. Our system still has truer 4. Wow, they can't say true 4K anymore.
More pixels per.
Truer 4K.
Yeah, true. No. Now, Quantum, you weren't on Twitter when this happened, but Craig knows exactly what I'm about to talk about. You remember that movie Black Panther, Quantum?
Oh, God.
Okay, Microsoft came out with a limited edition Xbox for Black Panther the movie.
Are you serious?
I'm not even joking.
I mean, like, what's the story behind this? Somebody fill me in because I don't understand.
They were doing that to push the DVD sales of the damn.
Didn't they do a Spider-Man thing as well? You know when Sony was...
No, they didn't do a Spider-Man one.
No, not a console, but they did something about Spider-Man.
I don't remember.
I think Major Nelson might have tweeted that it's backwards compatible now. A Spider-Man game.
The old 360 game that they had.
Yeah, I noticed whenever Sony have Sony have exclusivity to a big third party or Sony's own games are coming out, Microsoft always come with a little ad, like with Destiny, because they didn't have any rights for the Destiny marketing. I remember because I shamed them for it. Microsoft came out of this advert with like a bottle of perfume saying Destiny on Xbox.
Oh god!
Wow.
It was a bottle of blue perfume. Like,
yeah, that's pretty savage. I'm not gonna lie.
Twitter, Kwanzaa, this is why I asked you to get on Twitter before. I was like, bro, you missing out on some of this comedy gold on Twitter because my man really did post.
I'm like the dinosaur, bro. I have no idea how to use Twitter. Like, I got one, and it just kind of sits there. I'm mostly on Facebook, so I never.
I can help. I got an IT degree.
Very happy, Quantum. You should feel very happy about that. Your life is so much more enriched because you don't know how to use Twitter. Trust me.
Okay. No, I heard they're banning gamers. Now, tell me if this is true for any of you guys out there. I heard, like, with the whole Xbox versus PlayStation thing, they were banning gamers because gamers were calling other gamers NPCs. Is that a thing?
Yeah, Xbox has actually got an algorithm running. They have an algorithm that picks out words, and if you say something they don't like, they ban your account. That's why, and this is not a part of our thing, but that's why the whole Call of Duty thing, the crossplay thing, a lot of Xbox accounts are going to be getting banned. Like, they're already preparing.
Well, hold on, wait, I'm confused. So if I call someone an NPC over a mic on Xbox Live, I could be banned.
Yep.
Yeah, they could.
Non-playable character. How is that? What is that?
Well, they may not say they can say it means something else. Well, no, they can say it means something else. I mean, their network is. That's what makes me laugh when they say, "Well, Sony's games are censored." It's like, bitch, your network is censored. So shut up. So shut up. I mean, what are you talking about over there?
If you said to someone, you don't know how to play this, you're nothing but
I thought this was a joke. Like, I legit thought it was a joke that they were like, you can get banned for saying a certain word on on a microphone. Why are they listening? Well, so if I'm there with my buddy and I'm just like, hey, you suck.
It's not that they're listening. I didn't even interrupt you. It's that they have an algorithm. They have an algorithm that's listening.
I find that hard to believe, I'm afraid. I'm not saying anyone here is a liar, but something in me tells me that don't feel right.
Well, I get it.
That doesn't even sound like it's enforceable by any law on any planet.
Well, I can tell you something about that when it comes to social media. Like, I've had my fair share of problems, and I'm gonna tell you, it's considered a private network, and it's maintained by a private company. So as long as you land on one of their trigger words that offend a feeling of somebody, trust me, they can take it from you.
NPC? How is that offensive?
I had a video.
They can say it means anything. They can say NPC means something different than what you mean.
Exactly. I had a video about like NPC and OLED users talking about how it's bad for gaming and it's bad for certain things, and like, it legit got demonetized because it landed on Google's algorithm, and they were like, "That's bad. You don't say that kind of stuff." I'm like, "What?"
It's like, insane, man.
That's how.
I'm glad people don't live forever because I can't wait to fucking.
This guy.
If it's like this now, how's it going to be in 10 years? Fuck, I don't want to be around.
Oh, don't worry. It's going to get a little bit much more worse.
And I say to my wife, you know what? You put a lot of weight on this. Oops, I'm in jail. I offended 60 days in jail. I'm sorry.
For real.
I meant you put on a few extra pennies.
Bro, I don't know if any of you guys play like Dragon Ball Xenoverse or have played that game, the second one. Apparently, like, people were really mad about a DLC character, which is a Brienne that nobody wanted. And one guy was telling me in my comment section that he got banned from, I don't know if it was Twitch or whatever, because he was making a video about him not supporting, the character. And they said it was fat shaming. So Yeah, gaming is about to get worse.
Yeah.
Fat shaming.
Fat
Fat
shaming.
shaming.
Hold on. You know what? If I was fat and you told me, I think you did me a huge favor.
I like my girls BBW, man. I'm just putting that out there. I love my girls BBW, so
Yeah.
So hold on. So
Yeah,
hold on.
Carlos.
Suppose someone's got a hygiene problem, right? And I work with them, they're a co-worker, and I say, do you know what? You might want to think about washing sometimes. I could end up in the disciplinary because I offended that person because they stink. Well, you offended my nose and my senses.
yeah, pretty much, bro.
My sinuses are screwed up because of you. Summer will never be the same.
God, Foxy, why?
Oh,
You're worse than hay. You stink so bad. You're worse than hay fever.
Well,
God damn.
Hey, Big
God
Cloud.
damn.
I put two articles there in the chat. One is from InfoWars that is it's an accurate article about how they are banning, but they have these algorithms.
Oh wow, it's legit. Oh, no.
Yeah. I remember some people in the community. They were like, "Well, I'm going to be doing the same thing. They're not going to stop me." I'm like, "No, all right. Well, we're going to see."
There you guys go. There you guys go, guys.
Yeah.
So again, they rattle off about Sony censoring games, but their network is censored. That I'm telling you, man, these are some of the dumbest people walking the planet. Like, they're dumb.
And you want to hear the funniest part? You haven't even heard the best part yet. You guys remember in 2013 when they were talking about DRM on Xbox and all the Xbox guys were like, "Oh, I can't believe it. I'm not going to buy one." Xbox, even now, like I just went the other day in my living room as I was doing testing on the television. And when you go and you put in for, what is it? You try to put in a new game and you didn't update. You can't even play the game yet. You'll have no access to the game and it'll shut down.
You're forced to update the download.
So, I mean, they still did their DRM. They just didn't tell you about it. And Xbox people are acting like it's not a thing.
Oh, it's the same thing like I was saying to a friend of mine the other day. Like, you can't even see your pictures and your videos that you record.
This is very
while you're offline.
one-sided. This is
like,
very
that is so stupid.
But this is very unbalanced conversation. I mean, who besides me owns an Xbox here?
Me.
I had, but that has been since moved to my son because I am no longer playing on the Xbox One.
You punish your son like that, Carlos?
I'm probably one of the rare ones.
Your son.
He wanted to play Sonic Mania, bro. Like I couldn't deny him. So I said, "Go ahead, have fun, my son. Enjoy something that I'm not enjoying anymore."
But
so
Sonic Mania is one of the free games for the month of June, though, for Plus members.
Yeah, you know that I'm gonna download it after.
Right.
Well,
of course.
Carlos, I might have to have a word with Google. I'm very offended you gave your Xbox to your son.
I don't do that. He might get banned.
I mean, it's gonna get good use, bro. Like, it's gonna get good use out of it. I mean, he's gonna enjoy it more than me. I have no need for it. Like, I have,
bro. Crew,
let me go ahead and address this before.
That's like
Ryan, just super quick because I have to get out of here. I sent you a link on Twitter, Ryan. It's a link to how PlayStation Plus.
It increases in profit, something like that.
Yeah. Like in Europe and like Asia and stuff like that. Yeah, for like the 1st of August or some crap like that.
What's it about? I don't know what they're doing.
They're increasing the price. They're increasing the price again.
So it's like
again.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. They need to.
Oh hell no!
Oh yeah, they're doing
I
it.
gave it. I sent you there on Twitter. But anyways, I have to get out of here because I go help my mama with some stuff. So thanks for having me on. I know I didn't really say a whole lot, but nonetheless, I always.
That's no problem.
It's always a pleasure having you come by,
bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to take off in a little bit myself as well. I got to go pick up my wife. So.
We'll go on with your bad.
Definitely.
Wow, now even more offended.
Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one, man.
Absolutely. Good.
Later, guys.
This is a disgrace, man. This guy's leaving the podcast to pick up his wife. What a disgrace. Google.
Google.
Oh god, ladies and gentlemen, it's all funny games. At the end of the day, we don't wish harm or negative towards any company. We just want the best. But it's all funny games right now. We're just having fun with everything that's happened this generation. So please do not take this as offense at all. Hope you guys enjoying the show. Shout out to the over 100. Actually, it was like 190 at one point.
Yeah, but how many of those people have hit the like button? That's the real thing. Hit that.
Yeah, come on, man. Yo,
you go back to the gaming discussion.
I mean, I'll say it. I'll say it like this, just like as a special guest here, man. Like I'm telling you, like I watch Fox, I watch the BitCloud channel a lot, and I'm telling you guys, like for anyone who hasn't liked, you kind of slacking because like when you look at all these other guys, they are shilling, and when you watch the independent channel, like by far the quality goes up through the roof. So not a plug, not anything. It's just like just coming here just out of like being a fan, right? I'm a fan of Fox's channel. I'm a fan of BitCloud. I mean, like, and I do YouTube. So, like, I'm telling you guys, like, these are real cool dudes. So definitely show the support for independent guys because, like, we need to stick together in this really toxic environment. You guys already know, Dreamcast guy.
Oh, man.
He went there. Oh, God.
Wow.
No,
You do realize I can't pay you for saying that, right? But thank you,
bro. I don't. I'm one of those guys. If you look at my channel, I don't get any money, dude. I'm like one of the brokest YouTubers there is. But at the same time, I will never stop fighting the good fight for everybody. Like I mean, it's not about money, bro. It's just about respect. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna tell the truth, you're gonna be independent. You're gonna be honest. You're gonna be like straightforward. It's a respect thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're right. It isn't about money because I've been on YouTube for 5 years in August coming. And I only monetized after 3 years.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I put 3 years of work in and received not one penny. In fact, I was encouraged.
You're not missing anything, bro. You're not missing anything.
Someone said to me, "Do you know what? You've been doing this so long. Why don't you just monetize the channel? Like, there's no ads or nothing, bro. Like, people are eating, and you're just doing this for free for 3 years. Like, I gotta commend you." And another thing. When you don't have ads, your channel doesn't look professional. And I was like, huh? I was like, huh? Really? So, my arm had to be twisted to even monetize the channel because it didn't occur to me in 3 years. I knew there was ad revenue. I knew there was money to be made, but I didn't start it for that reason, honestly. I didn't even think I'd get over 1,000. So I didn't even think I'd get 500 subs when I first started. I didn't expect.
I think that's all it was. Yeah.
I'll be honest with y'all. When I first started, when I first got my first sub, and I knew who my first sub was. Like that's how you know you appreciate everything. My very first sub was VidKit. On this channel, like that's one of my brothers right there. He's one of my moderators, but that was one of my first subs. But when I went from
did you tell any friends or family about your channel though when you first started it?
That's only friends or family? No.
Yeah. Neither did I. So I did every sub I got was earned. Nobody did me a favor. I didn't say to my cousin, sub to me, come on, let's get this thing going. No, I didn't tell anybody. I
want to grind. I'm telling you, for those of you that might lose hope, when you do that, when you grind, you put these videos out and you're like, man, these videos are getting 12 views, 1 view. I'm telling you, just stay on the grind, man. Stay on the grind.
I used to get happy. Listen, 24 hours would pass. And if I saw I got 100 views, I'd be over the moon. I'd be like, I'd be trying to get through to Obama. I'm like, hey, I know you're the president. You ain't got no time for me. I got 100 views on YouTube.
Hey, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this before I take off because I got to take off in like a second here. But, I mean, we're going to talk about comeback stories. Ryan knows what was going on with my channel. And in the course of what was it, Ryan? What was it, like 2 months?
It was like 2-3 months. Yeah.
We got most of that stuff back. Just straight up honest subscribers, bro. And Ryan was the first one to tell me, bro, just stick with it. Don't lose hope in that. Because I was getting ready to just walk off of YouTube and never return. So he was definitely one of those people that kept me on it. So big shout out to Ryan for that, man.
And my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
But I do got to leave you guys. I got to go pick up my wife. So I appreciate it, man. It's been a lot of fun. One love, guys. I'll see you guys whenever I can get back on here, man.
See you, man.
Welcome to the RGT podcast, bro.
Good to be here, man. Peace out, guys.
Much love to you, man. You be good.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Hit that like button and shout out to our special guest, Mr. Quantum Apotheosis. That's his name on YouTube. Let's get back to gaming. Let's get to the gaming topic. So, the new Call of Duty. Now, a lot of people hit me up about this. The new Call of Duty game we officially got the reveal. It's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're gonna get returning characters like Soak McTavish. We got Captain Price is coming back. I'm guessing Ghost is coming back, which is pretty cool. So they're doing that. They're going back in time, and apparently they're going back with a completely new engine. This new engine is going to support ray tracing. They're legit going all out. Is this enough for you guys to just look at it and probably get
Yes. Yeah. And here's why. Because they concentrated heavily on the campaign and they had about 2 or 3 guys from Naughty Dog come over and spearhead this project. So if they do more tactical stuff, if they go back, I can't say go back, if they steal the thunder from Ghost Recon, because see, Ghost Recon's made their game more like Call of Duty, you know, shooting and stuff like that. There's no tactics in it. If they do a tactical based game, they're gonna mop the floor with everybody. But I'm buying this game because it's got a single player campaign, and we gotta support single player.
It looks good, but I haven't seen enough yet. And the guy looks younger, you know, the sergeant or the captain, whatever.
Captain
He looks
Price,
younger.
Price.
He looks much younger.
Yeah, they're going way back with this one. I'm guessing they're trying to reboot it since they made him young. But one thing I did notice, aside from his age, was the fact that it's a different voice actor. He doesn't sound the same.
I'll wait to see more actually, because at the end of the day, I know it's got a single player, but I don't get hyped if a game's got a single player. I expect a game to have a single player.
Yeah, which is true. Yeah, but I'm excited about it. Like I said, I went and I had to go to GameStop 2 days, almost back-to-back days, because I saw that Call of Duty trailer. I guess that was yesterday, and as soon as I got off work, I got 5 on it.
Are you already convinced, Craig? Though, by the little that you've seen, I mean, it doesn't guarantee it's going to be good.
Well, you're right, but the 5, I can always go in there and say, "Give me my 5 back." You know, so if I don't like what I'm seeing. But no, I did because I want to get that pre-order up because of what they did with that bull crap of people running around the map shooting each other. I forgot what that thing's called. A battle royale, you know, because that, you know, I don't like that. Give me a good single player Call of Duty game, and I'll be happy. You know, I still remember seeing the first Modern Warfare when they were showing it on the 360 at E3. And they showed that the opening boat mission, or, you know, they showed like a 10, I don't know, was it 10 minutes or 7 minutes or something like that? I'm like, my God, that sold the 360 for me personally. So,
I'll wait till we get closer. I mean, it's out in October, so we'll see more soon. But what they showed me, I mean, it looks good. I like the crowd, the whole riot thing in it. I like that. It gives it more, like, it fills it out more. Like, there's more going on, because Call of Duty games, because of the constraints of the technology, that they have felt a little bit empty. Like, the only things that you've really had is like shooting gallery style and explosions. Do you know what I mean? Big explosions.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So I like it that it's like a more crowd now, because I noticed in the trailer, it seems like there's a lot of the members of the public, like civilians, a lot of them.
Yep. You know what? It kind of, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to Call of Duty, we always look at the multiplayer. So that's really where the other bread and butter is. Like, are they going to continue with the battle royale style? Or are they going to go traditional again, you know, multiplayer? So it's going to be interesting with that. But that's another thing that pays the back.
Activision and EA have both had their asses spanked recently. So I think they want to focus on delivering single player experiences as well more deeply now, because they realize that people aren't just gonna, you can't just nickel and dime people, even if it is free to play. Like, we don't care. We do want, like, no one told you that just because we like multiplayer in our game, that's all we want. No, we want both of them done equally as good as the other.
Absolutely.
Well, I think with them, which I guess Sony did renew their contract. They, you know, and I don't know how long they got their, you know, because I don't know how that works. But at the end of the day, when they changed and Sony took them, you know, gave them their contract or whatever you want to call it, got the marketing deal, that changes who you cater to. The Sony guys, and again, I'm gonna play this game on PC. I'm a double dip. I think that's what it's called. That's what the kids call it now. If I'm getting this on PC, if I'm gonna be online, I'm gonna go get a PC mouse. I got my eye on one, and I'm just gonna light everybody up with that PC mouse. I'm no mercy. 90 frames a second. I don't care if I have to drop the settings down to friggin', it looks like mush. You're going down. Okay?
All right, well, we're gonna see about that. We'll see about that.
Just one more thing before you move on.
Go right ahead.
I don't want to make it sound like I don't want it to sound like I'm down on Call of Duty. I'm really not. But I actually prefer third-person shooters to first-person shooters for some reason. I like to see my character.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's why a lot of people are pushing back against that thing called Cyberpunk.
So you
you
probably will play the Division then, right, Fox? That's something that's up your alley. Division.
No, I won't play the Division because it's a always online game. I don't play those.
So I'm saying that style. Like I'm saying, you like into
yeah,
that.
yeah. If they made a Call of Duty where you could see your character, you know, even like Days Gone, like you can see the character when you're running, the camera goes right up to your back.
True. I like that game.
I prefer to see that than just a well-detailed gun.
Yeah,
you know, give me a character. Even if I can create my own character, that'll be nice.
Surprised they haven't done that, especially with y'all remember Star Wars Battlefront? You had the ability to toggle between the both.
I always play in third person. I mean, for videos, I'd switch it, like for news videos, for background footage. But when I'm actually playing it, I'm in third person view. I like to see my character.
Yeah, I agree. And that character in Battlefront 2 looked good. Janine Gavankar, she looked good. I've been looking at her for the whole time.
I always choose a female character because I just don't want to stare at a man's behind.
Moving on. Death Stranding, ladies and gentlemen, we got the official trailer. We got all the details. The game looks absolutely stunning. We saw it live here on the channel. Shout out to everybody that was there. It was a good time. Ironically, Fox was with us and Craig was with us. But we also got some more context. Now, we now know what the collector's edition is going to come with. Now, obviously, if you buy the game right now, if you pre-order, you get a bunch of gold items for the in-game for the game. But the collector's edition, you guys remember those prototype babies and the little tube things, little carrying things? Those little things are actually the collector's edition. So that's what Hideo Kojima was tweeting for all this time. Those little babies and the things, the little containers. So that's part of the collector's edition. That's what it comes with. It lights up and all that jazz. That's what they're doing for that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So what you guys think about the trailer?
Death Stranding.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding.
Wow. I mean, I don't know about it killing E3 because you can't say that until Microsoft show's finished. But wow, I mean, Halo.
You're going at me. You're going to jab me.
Halo Infinite. Well, no, you were actually a lot of people have been saying it.
Yeah, it was a simple question. Like, it wasn't really me be like trying to go after them. It was a simple question because I'm like, yo, why is everybody so quiet? You know, it's your timeline just quiet. Nobody's really posting what they expect. You know, E3 has just been kind of like, for the most part, it feels like people are just sleeping on E3 this year. It really does feel like they're sleeping on it.
I mean, there's
Microsoft. We've had promises, haven't we? And Sony's not. So, you know, how many times can you be let down? And on top of that, Sony's not there. That's why people are skeptical with Microsoft's big E3 talk. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
I guess so.
I mean, pretty much that's the whole reason. The whole reason behind it is because the enthusiasm with these companies are more or less not compelling enough for people to talk about anything, even though they have a great slot of shows that are going to be within E3. A lot of good things are going to be shown. It's still not enough to create that curiosity to say, okay, I want to watch the E3 conference for this set reason or for that reason. And I think that's one of the reasons why this year's E3 is not as compelling as last year's or the other ones due to those factors.
Would it surprise you if I said I'm happy, ecstatic, that Sony is not going to be at this year's E3?
It
wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
That means that they can legit shine. If they have something, they can shine. They won't be
what it actually means is if they're not at E3, they're doing something else.
Yeah.
Something even bigger with more spotlight that they can steal all for themselves and have to share a venue with other companies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the reasons why we've got State of Play. We have Paris Games Week. We're getting, these little intricate details to upcoming titles, and it's working in the marketing sense for Sony. It is actually working, and that's where the biggest FU is at. When you market your stuff the correct way, you create that hype, that buzz. It actually makes the company more relevant at a world scale instead of just staying at the local venue and trying to see if somebody notices you. And right now, that's how I feel about E3. It's like the local local bodega. You go there every single year.
Yep.
You pick out what you want to eat, and then that's it. You go home.
It's like Bohemian Rhapsodies these days. Mamma mia, mamma mia,
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Oh. I had a good conversation with Tony Polanco about this whole E3 thing too. He said that he basically it's the same thing that happened in 2012. You know, the new console around the corner and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, he's got a good point. But you think about it, PS5 is not necessarily out, nor is the new Xbox. But you know, I get what he's saying though. The next gen consoles are probably just stealing a lot of heat for a lot of people from these shows. So it's possible. Shout out to Joystick Guru with the $2 super chat. He said, dropping facts. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank you, my brother. You too.
You too, man. Have a blessed one.
Character models in Death Stranding, though. That's particularly how they model Lindsay Wagner and
Matt.
Is it Leah Seydoux?
Oh, Leah Seydoux. Yeah.
No. The men, you know, they made them look accurate, but I'm more interested in how women are more difficult to model in terms of games.
Yeah,
there's an intricacy to their face and their hair. You know, you got to get it just right. Like, don't mess with beauty on a woman. Men, you can screw that up. No, another man's not going to care. I've never heard a man complain, say, "Oh, they made this male character look so ugly."
Yeah, the crazy part is that when they did the face reveal to Troy Baker's character, I was like, wait, what? Is that Troy Baker?
They really did kill it with Troy Baker's reveal. I was thinking it was going to be something more sinister, but I was like, nah, he just looks like a psycho who worships these demons. And I was like, well, that's a nice little spin there.
The one that wears the girl that wears the glasses. There's three women. Right? The one who wears the glasses, I think she's the best modeled.
Yo, we got a super chat, Ryan. Two of them.
Oh, yes. Shout out to RDL Matador. What's up, my bro? Appreciate it. $5 super chat. Thank you. Said Naughty Dog was like, Kojima, you got this year, Game of the Year. So us and Sucker Punch will battle it out next year. Phil, thanks for making PC great again. That's what he said in the super chat.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear you was talking until you just stopped talking. That's crazy. You cut everyone cut out for a minute. Hey, listen. Sorry. It looks like Death Stranding is owned by Sony.
I don't know. I know it was published by them. I didn't.
No. They own it. It's a trademark of Sony created. It says it. I saw it. It says Death Stranding is a trademark of Sony Interactive Entertainment LLC, and then next to it, it's got created and developed by Hideo Kojima Productions, but it's owned by Sony. Because how can you trademark if it don't belong to you?
Oh, you're right. I knew they had published it, but I didn't know they. I thought Kojima owned it.
No, it says it. It says it. Trademarked by Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Yeah, and
Hustle and motivate with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Everybody, hit that like button. Yes, indeed. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button.
So that means it might not come on the PC.
It might not. I mean, it all depends. It all depends on the want and need. If they actually, want to do it, they will.
PS4s, they don't need no other platform.
Yeah, pretty much. PS4 is making majority of the sales here, so it's like
they don't even need to upgrade it for PS5. There is enough PS4 users. There's enough of an install base that anything they pretty much do, even a crappy game can sell well. It's 100 million install base.
Yo, Meds had me laughing because Meds was like, "Oh, I'm going to support Detroit Become Human once it comes to PC." I'm like, Meds, I have not seen you come close to playing that game on PC. To stop, like, Meds crazy. So I know he ain't gonna play Detroit if it ever did come to PC.
Well, let me just say this about Death Stranding. Yeah, it was my most anticipated game of the year, and I'm impressed by it. I still don't know what the game's about, and I love it. And I'm not going to follow too much of it. I just want to walk in and put it in to my beautiful PlayStation, my big, beautiful PlayStation, and then I'm going to just enjoy the greatness that Kojima is offering. So
yeah.
And just go
some other tagline here that I have in the title. I know a lot of people are going, wait, Sony's in trouble? Well, they actually could be facing some trouble, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out Sony is indeed. Matter of fact, let me put it on the screen for you guys. You guys see it yourselves here. Hold on. You share it with everybody. Alrighty, present and post.
Oh, you mean Australia?
Yes, sir. Sony is under investigation by the ACC for allegedly misleading Australian gamers. Here's the full story. The ACC has today revealed that it is undertaking proceedings in the federal court against Sony Interactive Entertainment for making false or misleading representations to Australian consumers on both its website and the PlayStation Store. This relates to Sony's controversial refund policy, which has been widely spoken about in recent times. In particular, the ACC has alleged that Sony Europe has told consumers that it did not have to provide refunds for games that have been downloaded or if 14 days have passed since purchase. The ACC has said that this is not in the Australian consumers' laws. We allege that Sony Europe gave false and misleading information to their customers about their rights in the relation to games sold via its PlayStation Store. ACC Chair Rod Sims said.
Good.
Consumer guarantees.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad Sony taken to task. I'm not a fan of Sony as a corporation. I only like PlayStation.
Absolutely. To finish it off with the last quote, he said, consumer guarantees do not expire after a digital product has been downloaded. As we allege, Sony Europe told consumers refunds must be given in the form of original payment unless the consumer chooses to receive it in-store credit. That's what he had to say, in quotes.
I think they're doing the right thing. At the end of the day, even the European law, which the UK is still abides to, because we haven't left yet and don't look like we're going to leave in any real shape or form. But anyway, we haven't Brexit yet, but even our law, like the way we're treated as consumers digitally and buying stuff on the digital stores, whether that's Nintendo or I think Microsoft are a lot better than Nintendo and Sony are, but anything you buy in Europe, you get 14 days to change your mind. That is the law. But yet Sony, if you buy a game from Sony in the UK right now, you can't get a refund.
Damn, that sucks.
If you go to game.co.uk, go to one of their retail stores and buy a game, leave the store. You haven't even opened it. Trust me, it's happened to me. I bought a game and I stepped out the store for less than 30 seconds. Literally, only 1 foot was out the store. I walked back in. They wanted to offer me a trade value. Like they wouldn't give me my money back. They were telling me, policy. I goes, listen, European law says boo, but you know the hoops you got to jump through before you get back your 50 quid. Like I thought, you know what? I'll never use you motherfuckers again. You've lost me. I've been coming in for years. You've lost. That's why I've never gone back to that store or any of their chains and ever bought anything from them because they're breaking the law. And as a consumer, I don't want my rights infringed on. So I'm all for this Australian ruling and I'm watching it closely because if Australia wins this, which they probably will, then it opens the door wide open for Europe. I just feel sorry for you Americans, North Americans, because you're already screwed anyway because your government seems to favor big business and corporation over the little people because I notice you only have 3 months to bring back something or you're screwed. Whereas we get a year in this country and sometimes we get 2 years.
Yeah, sometimes we only get 15 days.
See, that is screwed. That's like saying, you know what? We don't care about you. We care about the money, not you little people. At least, I mean, don't get me wrong. England only cares about the rich as well. Don't get me wrong. But at least it's not so obvious. They at least still give crumbs to the people to make them feel like they're free.
Facts.
That's true.
Facts.
No argument for me.
Now I forgot about the also the tax increase on gaming consoles, which will happen. You guys forgot about that, so that's another thing that's happening. It's a lot of things happening.
That's a good thing. We're about a year and a half away from the consoles launching. Hopefully,
I think Donald Trump must be a genius. I'm starting to think he is a genius. He says he's a genius, and people laugh at him. I actually start to believe it because you've had really intelligent people become president and get assassinated, and this guy's still alive, so he must be a genius.
Presidents are hard to get to, yeah.
I'm not saying execute him or assassinate him. I'm not going on that level. I don't think anyone, even idiots, have a right to live. Right? Maybe you don't have that type of job though, but they have a right to live. But I'm saying that there've been some really smart people on this planet, good doers, people who really want to do good for people, peace people that don't want war, people that want equal rights, and they always seem to get killed. They always seem to get assassinated. John Lennon, MLK, Malcolm X, Robert Kennedy, even Abraham Lincoln. They all get killed, right? I'm not saying these were all perfect people. They had their other little misdemeanors going on, right? But essentially, what they were doing were in the people's interest, right? But they always get killed. But then you got these dumb people who just have no intelligence and keep repeating the same vernacular, like huge and extremely
bigly.
No, just repeating words that you don't have anything in your toolbox of a vocabulary. So you keep repeating the words, you know, like you say phenomenal like 12 times, like in 2 minutes. Like, come on, like, but he's still alive. So something tells me he must be a genius.
There was no collusion with me at all. At all times, I did not collude with no one. Let's be clear on that.
Leave that man alone, for God's sakes.
No, but do you think it's weird? Like the good always get killed. It's like evil must prevail on this earth. Like you only live long if you're evil. you only get a pass if you're supremely evil. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're good and nice, like you're doing things for people, like to liberate people, you're dead.
Yeah, you're headhunted, basically.
You're dead. You're just dead.
Yeah.
Because the people at the top are evil and they can't have people waking up.
Good point. Good point. What was my other topic I had for you guys this evening? Oh yeah, Sony with the PlayStation 5 again. They said the PSVR 2 will not coincide with the PS5 launch, so they're not launching a PSVR 2 with the PS5. So basically they're just going to carry over your PS4 VR to PS5. So that's what they're going to be doing there.
They're still making a new PlayStation.
Yeah, they're making now, but what I'm saying is they're not really forcing or pushing VR, a new one at least right now. With the one that's coming to market, they're probably trying to get that price down to sell the one that's already out there on the market.
PlayStation VR for 2 years after the launch of PS5. I tell you why. It only work on PS5, and what's the point in releasing a VR unit that's only going to work on PS5 with very few install base? You should at least grow your install base to try and sell the peripheral, right?
Yeah. Which is going to have a lower adoption rate. So
it always happens like that. We don't even see accessories until like 2 years after a console release. Like y'all remember those little PS4 DualShock 4 charger stations? Remember those didn't come out like 2 years after the PS4? So
some things rely on the base model.
Exactly.
So like you're gonna get Rockstar not interested in releasing PS5 games until they think that it's gonna have an install base that fits their business model.
Absolutely.
You'll never see Rockstar releasing a brand new game. They might do a remaster, but you'll never see them release a brand new game on a brand new system. It just never happens for them because they take so long to make their games anyway that so much investment goes in there. You need the install base to recuperate your costs, and to do that day one is a huge gamble. It's all right for Sony's first party because that's in-house, but this is a third party we're talking about.
Yep, absolutely. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is all my topics for this evening. That is it. We don't want to do everything. So,
all right.
Anybody have anything else they want to talk about for today?
Not really.
No, you guys want to add on?
I'm sure there was something new that happened.
I don't remember. I know Death Stranding was like the big, huge title.
Well,
actually, no, I found one more. I think. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is one for my video. I forgot about that. Let me bring this one up before I close it down. Sony confirmed that The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima are still PS4 games. Obviously, we got the release date for Death Stranding that comes out November 8th, and Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2 will fill out 2019. Or 2020, I'm sorry. So there you guys go there. Also, we got Crash Nitro. The Nitro
Racing.
Nitro Racing is going to be here. What else is coming out? What else is coming out this year? I forgot.
I don't know why I can't care about any kart game. After playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch.
Okay, you went quiet. But no. So
None of them will be as good as Mario Kart. None of them. Some people are not smart enough to work that out. They'll say, "Don't speak to me." Like I pay your bills. I don't pay your bills.
Did you you say you play yours in handheld mode for the most part, so never mind. I think
not anymore. Guess what? I'm a bad boy and I enjoy being bad. But here's the thing: sometimes when you're bad, you have to pay the price.
Yeah.
My karma was that my left Joy-Con started drifting, like it's starting to control itself. Like even with YouTube, like it's changed into different YouTube channels on its own. Like I can't do nothing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I have to use the Pro controller. So like I had to spend 70. This is including the postage. It was like $69.99 to get the red and blue Joy-Cons because I had the gray ones before. To get the red and blue Joy-Cons, they got delivered today actually.
Yeah.
Like I got them from Amazon. I had them delivered to an Amazon locker because these people never seem to be able to find my house, even though I live on a street, not in the back. I don't live in the back of the woods. I live on a street, but they still can't find me. So I stopped using these idiots because they keep putting the card through someone else's letterbox saying we tried to deliver it and you weren't there. Well, that's because you were 5 doors away, you idiot. I was home waiting. But anyway, I have it delivered to lockers now. So they send you an email with the code and you go to a store that has the Amazon locker in there. You just type in the code and it's like a locker and your goods are in there. So I'd spend $69.99 UK Great British pounds plus the what I think it was $2.99 for delivery because I ordered it last night, but I wanted it like last night, but it came this morning, so I paid for that quick delivery.
Of course.
And now it makes my Switch look brand new again though, and at least now I know I can play in handheld mode now. Before I didn't even turn my Switch on because you're right, play in handheld mode, and when the left Joy-Con went, I just left the Switch turned off because
so will you buy the upgrade or are you looking forward to this improvement?
Nah, I don't need the upgrade.
You know,
I'm not buying a new Switch until there's a Switch 2, not a revision.
No, 2. Okay, I was like that was the rumor. Their Pro version, right? Their beefier.
I'm not buying an upgrade because I'm not being funny. They can't alienate all the people that have bought it already. So how much better can it be? Not a whole lot better.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with Nintendo though. Nintendo needs to get with the times though in terms of like getting their games on sale. I mean, their games are still $60 right now. That's crazy.
And stop using cardboard to sell VR.
Oh God!
You know, I still love Switch though, and the Joy-Cons did last 2 years. I know it should last longer, but I've had DualShocks go quicker than that. The battery, I'm talking about like the battery charges and only holds like for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
charge it up, right? It's dead.
You overcharge it and it busts.
Charged in 20 minutes. You think that's too quick? Again, and it's still charged fully, and you think, right then, it says it charged quickly. You plug it in, you get 20 minutes worth of gameplay, and then it's dead.
Yeah,
that happened to me after like 14 months. The Joy-Con started not holding a charge anymore, but then Pro came out not long after, and I got a new controller through buying the Pro. And that was more than 2 years ago. And that Pro controller has it holds the charge. So maybe that was a faulty one. It just died before its time. But these things happen, man. You know, the only problem with Nintendo is they charge so much because there's so much technology packed into those Joy-Cons that nobody wanted. Because I didn't ask for all of that. I don't even use none of that shit that's in the Joy-Con. I just use it, you know, if they would have made a Joy-Con without all that crap that I don't use as well, I would have bought the one that has less features because honestly, I don't care about all that motion gyro nonsense. I use the Joy-Cons like I'd use any controller, like basic. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Of course.
Spend all that money to buy, you know, and the worst thing is, you could have said, why didn't you just buy a left controller? Why did you have to buy a brand new controller? Well, here's the thing: the left controllers are so fucking hard to get. It's like everyone's controllers died on the left because it only seems to be a controller that people are now selling the left one, even used for like £100 fucking UK pounds. So it's actually cheaper to buy 2 brand new ones than buying the left one.
Wow.
Because they're always out of stock. It's always at a private seller. And you might be seeing for £45 sometimes if you're lucky, but then at that price, I might as well just go the extra 20, 30 and get another one, innit?
Damn,
it makes sense.
If you're gonna spend £45 for half of the Joy-Con, the set of Joy-Cons, you might as well just buy new Joy-Cons.
Damn.
If you add them both up, you have to pay 45 for both of them. Yeah, that's 90. That's cheaper than the 69, right?
Yeah.
That's my logic. And I get 2 new Joy-Cons where the battery is, the right Joy-Con is going to be 2.3 years older than the left one, and that battery is going to end up going. So you might as well buy 2 new ones.
Good point.
I'm rambling, man. I'm rambling.
Yeah, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys so much for joining us. This was the RGT episode 63. This was by far one of the best ones we put on in a while. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Almost 200 people in here live. You guys were amazing. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hit that like button and definitely go ahead and check out everybody's content here on the panel here. Shout out to our special guests that came through. Mr. Quantum Apotheosis, definitely go check him out. It's a good channel to go check out for tech news and whatnot, or TVs in this case. Everybody. And yeah, let everybody do their outros. We're gonna shut it down. Go right ahead, Mr. Carlos. Go ahead, brother.
Hey man, as always, a pleasure in being in this podcast with like-minded individuals and just to talk around, good old gaming and everything else. Anyways, check me out on Twitter, just me and my girls 4, and check out everyone else's channel on YouTube. Gamer by choice, not by trend. We're out.
Absolutely. Mr. Messiah.
All right, thanks for having me. Had a good time. And everybody just have a good weekend. And stay safe and just keep playing the game. That's all. Take it easy.
All right. Mr. Fox, go ahead.
But I did it, I get it, and anyway, I'm trying to do my don't worry. Sunday I'm gonna do a Gamer Couch podcast episode 106. Because of E3, I think I'm gonna do an E3 special.
Okay.
But because Sony's not gonna be there, I'm still gonna talk about Sony because I feel like there's a possibility that Sony gonna drop 1 or 2 hot things during E3, but not at E3. Because knowing Sony over all these years, like I think I've known Sony 25 years now or more, right? And I know their habits, and they never fail to try and steal some limelight, and they do it respectfully. They won't even talk about the other guy. They'll just drop their trailer or give you some news about something. Probably not PS5, but games, like they just did with Death Stranding. Like I can see stuff happening for Sony still, even though they're not going to be E3. So there's still going to be some stuff to talk about there. Plus, I didn't have a Gamer Couch last week because Google hates me. So this week, I'm going to have a nice show, nice bit mixed up show, but it's going to be like E3 centric though. Because I don't want to do one the week after. That's too close to E3.
Of course. Definitely. We'll definitely be doing a review of E3 this year, so we'll be back with that as well. But as always, every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I just want to say thank you guys again for joining us. We had a blast, and you'll also see me on the Gamer Couch podcast with Foxy here on Sundays at 5 p.m.
Craig, Craig.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, are you gonna be on Sunday? You wanna come on Sunday?
Yeah, sure. I should be here. And if they got my air conditioning fixed, they just called and told me they couldn't do it. I'm in here sweating like a black man going to a white girl's funeral. So,
you feel like O.J. Simpson right now, then.
So I just don't, golly, signed a new lease today. Air conditioning starts going on the fritz. Like, let's come in here for some more. What is it, Freon? See, my IT degree doesn't cover this, but I'll be available. Hopefully, if I don't, my IT degree doesn't cover this. There's nothing in my IT diploma that says how to pour this stuff in it. I do it myself. So,
Carlos, you're welcome too as well, bro.
Yeah, I'm not doing pretty much nothing on Sunday, so I will be there undoubtedly.
You're not doing nothing. Oh, you can't come then. I only want busy people. I want.
I'm free.
We can talk about
a lot of smack.
We can talk about the T. Talk about the T.
He's always that man always busy. He on Twitter 24/7.
That makes no sense in it. I only want busy people. If you're busy, you can't make it.
I'm gonna be busy still trolling, but I'm still gonna be available to sit myself.
I'm there to talk about T flops, so I'll be there to talk about the T flops.
No, we're gonna talk everything because, like I said, I did have one last week, and some interesting stuff has dropped. So I've got it's going to be catch up episode and new stuff as well. That's why I'm going to time it.
Cool,
right. Definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's another one.
I forgot that.
There you go. Play games, not corporations. We will see you guys on Fox Games UK's channel on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. So definitely make sure you subscribe to him. Make sure you subscribe to everybody here on the panel and subscribe to yours truly, Big Cloud Gaming. Thank you guys again for joining us. We had a blast, and we will see you guys next week, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And y'all have fun. Enjoy your weekend. Go play some games, and y'all be good. We out of here, guys. Much love to y'all.
Peace.